Business segment with Charles Pellegrin. We're talking about Gamestop, the US video game retailer, saw an unlikely boost in its share price on Monday. This is 3 years, isn't it, after the meme stock craze, which was seen during the pandemic. What's happened, Charles?
Well, it started all with a single post on X, formerly known as Twitter, by an account called Roaring Kitty. It shows a gamer leaning forward on his chair as if to show a sudden surge of concentration in the game he's playing. But more important than the picture is who posted this, and the account, Roaring Kitty, is the online name of U.S. investor Keith Patrick Gill. He's been inactive on X for the past 3 years. The last time he was posting to the platform, he'd spearheaded a bit of a social media movement to prop up GameStop's share price in the face of short positions held by Wall Street hedge funds. This is what is often referred to as the meme stock craze. And we'll get back to that a little bit later in this segment.
So what extent then has the post boosted GameStop's share price?
Well, that picture currently has over 22 million impressions as of right now, and GameStop's stock value went up as much as 110% on Monday, and trading had to be halted several times as a result, actually 8 times before noon because of volatility. It closed the session almost 75% higher. It also propped up other stocks known as meme stocks, like movie theater operator AMC Entertainment, rising more than 17%, and some meme coins, this is a very online story, Stuart, like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu also jumped in value. However, it's important to note that we're far from the craze seen during the pandemic when GameStop saw its share price increase 1,000% in the first few days of that trading mania.
Wow, it's quite incredible, isn't it? But it's a seemingly ordinary stock, isn't it? So what's behind that frenzy?
Well, ordinary or even slightly outdated or even nostalgic, especially for 90s kids like myself. GameStop operates video game stores often seen in malls all across America at a time when most people now buy their games online, and foot traffic at malls has considerably declined from the heyday in the 90s or 80s. It's not exactly what most people would consider a good Wall Street bet. Well, Keith Patrick Gill, the investor I mentioned earlier, made a compelling case on a discussion forum on Reddit, actually called Wall Street Bets, that said that GameStop, this was back in 2020, GameStop was actually undervalued and overly targeted by hedge funds that were trying to short it. In other words, trying to make a profit off of the expectation that the stock would fall in value. This resulted in hordes of individual retail investors who were on social media platforms, who were also bored at home during the lockdown, to follow Gill's call and boosting GameStop's share price, thereby leading Wall Street hedge funds to lose money on their bets that GameStop stocks would tank. This time around, though, we're still far from the movement we saw 3 years ago. Still, though, Roaring Kitty, as he's known online, his last post on X is promising to, quote, go out with a bang.
I'm not surprised it was a little bit of a tongue twister in the middle. Let's go to OpenAI now. They've just released the latest update to ChatGPT.
The blockbuster artificial intelligence chatbot really revolutionized the tech scene on its release in late 2022 with its ability to provide conversational answers to complex questions, write computer code, or even compose essays and poetry. Well, the new iteration, ChatGPT 4.0, takes those capabilities even further. It also adds a hefty dose of emotional intelligence and flair to its interactions. Brian Quinn has the details.
The next leap forward for ChatGPT. Its latest update from OpenAI, version 4.0, can now carry on hyper-realistic voice conversations with users.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Interacting using text, audio, and visual cues with nearly no delay in response time.
This is the first time that we are really making a huge step forward when it comes to the ease of use. And this is incredibly important because we're looking at the future of interaction between ourselves and the machines.
So what kind of emotions do you think I'm feeling?
It looks like you're feeling pretty happy and cheerful.
4.0's astonishingly natural mannerisms seem straight out of a Hollywood film, and in a way, they are.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
OpenAI's programmers and executives have acknowledged being inspired by the 2013 film Her, in which the lead character falls in love with his digital assistant.
Bingo! Bingo!
In addition to analyzing computer code, providing real-time translation, and explaining equations, the bot can detect emotions in users' tone of voice or facial expressions and pause for interruptions. Its rollout by the Microsoft-backed OpenAI is the latest move in a race to draw users in and monetize the AI systems that have cost billions to develop as competition in the sphere heats up. Google is expected to announce new AI features at its annual developer conference this week. Elon Musk's xAI says its Grok chatbot will soon be updated as well. ChatGPT's user numbers peaked at 1.8 billion web visits in May 2023 and have stagnated ever since, the company hoping that 4.0 will reignite its dominance in the AI chatbot field.
Okay, quick look at the markets.
Well, in Europe, at the open, shares are trading fairly flat as of right now. Cautious trading as investors await U.S. inflation data for April, which will be released on Wednesday. Economists forecast a 3.4% rise from a year earlier. Main question is how the U.S. Federal Reserve will react with regards to interest rates. As you can see, the DAX in Frankfurt down 0.1% at the open.
Thanks very much, Charles.